All right, people, your boy, man, my kid, coming at you guys with yet another Atlanta Falcons video. So the rumors are spreading around that your boy Kyler Murray is out of, well, at least these guys are thinking twice about building this offense, the team around him, his leadership, his skills, and to be honest, I can see why. He's had a number of issues in regards to his health. He's definitely been dealing with that. I mean, coming into it, he's a smaller guy, and I can understand why. Quite frankly, I wouldn't have touched him. But like I said, his abilities, he's a guy, he's a mobile quarterback. He can run around, he can do all these types of things. But there's been a big, and I'm talking about a big concern in regards to him is his, I guess it's the right word to go about it, because I don't want to say his passion for the game, but there's been some question whether or not he's taking it seriously. Like, I've heard quite a few people come out. I mean, there's been jokes about him playing Call of Duty more than he understands the playbook, and I think these are one of the things that's out there. And I've been asked quite a few times about, all right, Mike, what do you think about Kyler Murray becoming Atlanta Falcons quarterback, being that Michael Penix is out for a good little minute? But, well, there is some good news in it. It's not a torn ACL, it's a partially torn ACL, and he's, from what I understand, when you have these reconstruction knee and surgeries, that you end up coming back stronger. Like I said, I don't know how. I honestly don't know how true that is. I'm not gonna get into that, but I do know for what the Falcons have stated and what a few experts out there, quote unquote experts, are saying out there, that Michael Penix is you could see him next year as the starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. If he goes into this rehab, comes back, you could see him at some point in time as the number one quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. You could very well see that. So looking at this situation with Michael Penix and Kyler Murray, there's some questions on whether or not that they should go after him and his services. Should the Arizona Cardinals decide they want to? The question for me is, all right, what is he worth? I think that's one thing when you look at Kyler Murray. What is he worth? And quite frankly, gonna look at his numbers. I'm not gonna say they're terrible, but you look at his numbers throughout the years. All right, you got 2020. He threw for 3,900 yards, 26 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. And then 2021, 3,700, 24 and 10. 2,300. He's had back-to-back seasons where he had some injuries and whatnot. 2,300 yards, 14 in 2022, 14 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. And then again 2023, injury with that, 1,700, 10 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. And then you got 2024, 3,800 yards, 21 interceptions, 21 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. And then you got this year, another injury-riddled season where he's thrown for 900 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. So there's a lot of questions on whether or not he's even worth it. And the thing is, when it comes down to it, like, what is he worth? Being that we looked at these numbers with Kyler Murray, and I think the thing is with this, the big thing for me personally, looking at Kyler Murray, I'm not spending anything over a 3 for Kyler Murray. If Michael Penix is a guy that we looking at that has a lot of questions, then we gotta look at those same. We got to look at Kyler Murray the same, because he's had more injury concerns than Michael Penix. Now, granted that Michael Penix has torn his ACL 2 times, and now the opposite one 3 times. That's something. Like I said, it's something to worry about. But like at the end of the day, this is just a game of football. Like, these things happen in football. So for me, if the Atlanta Falcons were to go after Kyler Murray, my thing would be a low 3rd round or 4th round pick. You got to consider whether or not you want to keep him long term, let his contract go out. And to be honest, man, that's kind of difficult. Kyler Murray, does he have talent? I think he does have talent. But at the same time, when you look at this, you got him going into his 4th year this year, and then a 5th year. So it's kind of difficult. But like I said, at the end of the day, man, the Atlanta Falcons are in a position where they really have to think twice about what they're going to do with Michael Penix. So if I were to trade or think about trading for Kyler Murray, I would trade a 4th round pick, maybe a low 3rd round pick, and pick up some of that money, and just yeah. But at the end of the day, I think Kyler Murray, if he stays with Arizona, I think that'll be cool. But if he doesn't, I wouldn't take on that much money for Kyler Murray. But that's just my take on Kyler Murray and whether or not the Atlanta Falcons should seek his services should they go out there. But let me know what you guys think about this. This has been your boy, Man Mike, with another Atlanta Falcon trade rumor out there that's going around. Hit that subscribe button for more. Peace.